They create a culture here at Grace Cathedral that fosters conversation, questioning, and comfort.
Grace is a sort of beautiful thing and simple thing.
There's so many different facets of grace, whether it's through the form or the arts, the tradition of liturgy. Each aspect has a significance in spiritual life that I live and offers an outlet for the entire community.
We get this parade every Sunday with the banners and the incredible music and this group of people that are our friends.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to be human? You know, it means grace, it means humility, it means compassion, it means generosity. That's what grace means to me, and that's what grace does for me, and that's why I come.
Grace is real relationships in real families and real communities being transformed by the love of God to more fully express the life of Christ in the world.
We come away from church and talk about what we took away from that, and it's just something that I really enjoy. You know, it's part of our sort of family routine now.
Martin Luther King once said, faith is taking the first step and not seeing the entire staircase. And for me, grace is a staircase for my personal spiritual fulfillment, and that is how I view it.
It's like Home Depot or Soul Depot. You have to knock, you have to go in, and then you have to ask. And then when you ask, there's this whole group of angels, everything that we need to revamp our lives if we ask.
Something about it, look up to the stained glass, and it gives me hope that I can, march forward in life and everything's going to be okay.
You walk up to Grace Cathedral from the great steps, and there's this massive, imposing edifice. But then you walk in and you discover that behind this tower and stone and glass is actually this very warm community of faith that really is a family of faith.
There is a congregation here that's as welcoming and warm as any small church.
Right.
Grace Cathedral itself brings on a weekly, very consistent basis a welcoming sense of family, and not just traditional families, but all sorts of different types of families.
It's become part of what family means to us.
Making sure that things come together in a way that's welcoming and hospitable, that in all of these ways we demonstrate our care for each other and we show each other to be a family.
Grace has given us each the opportunity to find ways through its outreach. Being able to give to the community just direct service is very important for us, so we can feel like we're participating in some of the community outreach that Grace provides.
That's extremely important. Service in the community and service at the church with the wonderful ministries that are being offered, whether it's Men of Grace, whether it's Bayview Mission, whether it's just tradition of liturgy.
I always get a lot out of giving back to the community, and I think that's something that Grace embodies very, very well.
Forum, the Boys and Men's Choir, silent film. I try to take full advantage of all of the programs that Grace offers.
Instead of just visiting a building, it makes it more alive. That's why this space can host so many different kinds of venues, plays, and anything. It is just a space that's open to all kinds of people and all kinds of events.
Now, if you're going to talk about arts, I mean, that's a whole nother thing that just tickles me. To me, that's like using this cathedral as I've always heard the medieval cathedrals were used. This is the town plaza.
I consider that part of the arts program, and that's part of I think a way that Grace Cathedral does a very good job of connecting with communities that really don't think of themselves as religious.
When I'm feeling full of grace or feeling touched by grace, then I remember that it's my job to take that feeling of grace that's come through me and pass it out.
I and my wife Tracy try to support those things that we believe are doing good work for the community.
The notion of how do we figure grace in our estate planning was fairly simple. We added grace as another dependent. So grace is included in our trust as a fifth child.
We demonstrate our care often by directing our resources towards things that we care about. The whole work of stewardship is about supporting the life that happens while we're in that moment together. It's the view of the church as God's mission to the world, and first of all, as God's mission to us, to our own conversion.